Hello everyone, how is it going? Welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. My name is Dylan and thank you so much for coming by. I really do appreciate it. So this video today might be one of the biggest videos that I've ever made. This is a crazy, this is totally insane what's going on. If you guys haven't heard, basically the California Assembly has passed a bill for Uber and Lyft drivers to become employees, and basically there's still, it's not set in stone or anything. The governor still has to approve it, and the state and everything, and I will get into all of that. But before I do, if you guys can do me one quick, simple favor that will mean so much to me. It just takes 1 second. If you could leave this video a thumbs up. If you can please leave this video a thumbs up, that does help me so much. I can't even explain to you how much a quick thumbs up means. Yeah, I don't, you don't need to buy my course or anything, I'm not selling anything, but if you just do a quick thumbs up, that's all I ask. All right, so I'm gonna get into, sorry, I do have to say that. So I am gonna get into the video now. But yeah, I mean, if you guys don't know, basically Uber and Lyft drivers, since the dawn of, not the dawn of time, but the dawn of the, start of the company, we have been independent contractors. We function on a 1099. Right now, I can sign online and I can go drive and make money. And if after an hour, my friend texts me and wants to hang out, I can log off, whatever the scenario might be. You can log on, log off anytime, you can drive anywhere, you can decline passengers if you want, whatever. We have so much flexibility. However, now, since Uber and Lyft has grown, well, basically, let me backtrack a second. So when it first started, it was like Uber Black. It was just Uber Black, just luxury premium rides for people. And it was for people who have luxury cars to make extra money on the side. And then they started introducing Uber X. And then Uber X was like a way for normal, not normal, but like middle class people with normal cars. Or even if you're rich and you have a normal car. You make extra money, put your car to use and you can drive to make extra money. But now that it's so big, I mean, there's like 14 million rides done every day or something crazy. I don't know the exact numbers, but now there's like millions of Uber and Lyft drivers, and so a lot of people are depending on Uber and Lyft for full-time income. And the way that the United States is set up, I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep this pretty short, but the way that United States is set up, healthcare-wise, this is a huge issue because healthcare is not free. It costs, in the United States, it costs thousands of dollars just to go to the doctor for a visit. It's crazy. In other countries like Europe, Northern Europe, in Sweden, for example, or just most in the United Kingdom, it's pretty much all paid through taxes and it's free. You can go to if you're sick, you can go to the doctor and you just get seen for free. But here, you go to the doctor, if you're sick, you have a cold, you get $2,000 bill. So that's if you don't have insurance. But now you need to have insurance, and it's mostly through big company. Like if you're working at a normal company, it's called benefits, employee benefits. But Uber and Lyft, they say, oh no, they're just contract workers, we don't need to provide anything. But now the California Assembly, this is huge. So Uber and Lyft drivers would get employee rights under a bill passed by California Assembly. What are employee rights? Number one, those are benefits, healthcare, dental. Number two, it's a wage. So right now, I can go out and drive for 2 hours, get 0 rides, and make $0. Or I could go out and get, I don't know, in 2 hours, probably the most I might get is 10 rides. Maybe that's probably the most. And I can go out and do 10 rides and, make $100 in 2 hours. It fluctuates a lot, and you have to you have to come up with a strategy. I know I always talk about strategies and stuff. So I'm gonna shut this door because the lighting is not great. But so yeah, so the first one would be healthcare and dental, and then secondly, it would be a wage, a fixed wage, and thirdly, it would be the right to unionize. Right now, there's really no way for Uber and Lyft drivers to unionize. We can't join a union because we're not employees. So that's why there's a whole debate between us. It's not technically that people are like, oh, you know, it's not really a strike. It's more like a protest because, you know, yeah, we're not employees. We're just contract workers. I wouldn't say just, like, you know, whatever. I mean, I honestly don't like this whole thing that's going on. Like, I want to be a contract worker. I don't know about you, whoever you are watching this, but like, I like the fact that I don't have to wake up. I mean, I don't, if this actually passes in Uber and Lyft, now we're employees, they're gonna say, oh, all right, Dylan, here's your weekly schedule. You're driving Thursday through Tuesday, and you're gonna drive from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. You're gonna drive all night, Thursday through Tuesday, and you know, go out there. You have to accept every single ride, and you're gonna do it in this area. Like, do you guys really want that? Like, I don't understand. I really don't understand why people. I mean, Uber. When I signed up, the reason I signed up for Uber and Lyft was because I can sign on and off anytime I want. When I signed up, I had 2 other jobs, or I had one main job, and then I was like working at Nike and Lyft and Uber, you know, trying to figure out what I liked. And I ended up quitting Nike and just doing Uber and Lyft because I like the flexibility so much. But I honestly don't. That's not appealing to me at all. I don't want to be an employee. The whole reason I'm doing Uber and Lyft is so I'm not an employee. I don't want a boss. I don't want somebody saying, hey, you know, how are your rides today? Let's check in. Did you complete all your rides? Oh, you denied that ride? Oh, all right, you're gonna get fired. Like, I like the fact that if I pull up somewhere and, you know, somebody's out there and they're drunk and whatever and they're like throwing up, I'm just gonna leave. If you're an employee, you're gonna have to pick that person up. You're gonna have to pick everyone up because that's the only way it will work. I did make another video on this already. I had tons of questions asked to me. I mean, I don't know all the answers. I'm not an expert. I don't know, like, I know that the government, yeah, I know that there is a bill that now goes to the Senate. Yeah, I mean, I'll go over this really briefly. The sweeping bill, which now goes to the Senate, carries new standards defining whether workers, yeah, so the bill already was passed. Now it goes to the Senate, to the governor, from trucking to the burgeoning gig economy. So this isn't just for Uber and Lyft. This is also for other gig apps. Maybe even food delivery stuff too. The measure, Assembly Bill 5 includes exemptions for some sectors such as physicians and insurance agents, etc. Big businesses shouldn't be able to pass their costs onto taxpayer while depriving workers of the labor protections. Yeah, there's so much to talk about, guys. Lyft drivers overwhelmingly prefer the freedom of working where, when, and how much they want, the company said. Yeah, exactly. We do. Lyft is right. I don't, you know, I like the fact that I don't need to, you know, respond. I like the flexibility a bunch. But it's not really up to us. It's up to the government. You know, the government is stepping in and saying, look, we understand there's millions of people, like, maybe not millions, but there's maybe a couple 100,000 people in the United States right now that depend on Uber and Lyft for their full-time income. And Uber and Lyft, they're not paying, I mean, they save a lot of money on costs for benefits and all that stuff. And set wages and all that stuff. And basically we, as Uber, like, that's the whole reason this channel exists, is because you need to come up with a strategy or else you will fail driving for Uber and Lyft. I mean, there's stuff you need to know, and that's like what we talk about here. So some people say, okay, look at this guy. This was a good comment. He said, if we become employees, then they need to pay my car payment, my insurance, my repairs, my maintenance, and my fuel. It's not really like, I mean, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. I mean, that's pretty much how the taxi industry, the driver actually rents the car, I'm pretty sure. It depends on the company, but sometimes the driver actually rents the car from the company, or they buy their own car, or sometimes they just give you the car and then, you know, you get less money based on that. But yeah, so that's literally it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts. What do you want? Do you want to be an employee or do you like being a contract worker? Again, if you can please give this video a thumbs up, a huge thumbs up. Yeah, I really do appreciate those thumbs up. That way I can keep making videos like this. Or else if I don't get any thumbs up, I'm gonna have to stop making videos. So if you can do that, thank you. Anyways, I'm just gonna go finish my coffee, maybe do some more research on this because this is absolutely insane. This is super important if you drive for Uber and Lyft. Do your research, know what's going on. I'm in California, so this affects me directly. Is this gonna move to other states? We will see soon, but right now there's big movement going on. And this is at a crazy time, right after the Uber and Lyft IPO. So I might have to say, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I think this is the biggest time, the most amount of things are going on in the Uber and Lyft industry right now, ever, in history. This is crazy. So I'm excited to see what's gonna go on. I'm not excited to become an employee because if that does happen, I will quit. I like being a contract worker. If they say, all right, Dylan, you know, sign this paperwork, you're gonna be an employee, I'm gonna say, nope, sorry, later. And I probably won't do this channel anymore because, you know, I'm only doing this channel if I'm a driver. Maybe I'll have somebody else take over the channel. I don't know. All right, guys, leave a thumbs up, subscribe so you never miss another video on Uber and Lyft. Turn on post notifications, that little bell, so you get notified if you want to get notified when I do post right away. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, guys.